everybody screaming out relationship goals and all that there, you know what I'm saying? But I see this couple in front of me right here, man. Look, it look like the blueprint.
Yeah, we the realest ever, never branch off and leave. We stick together. The folks of old reminded me of a poem.
We here. Thank you so much for joining us on AP and Toya podcast. What's going on, boo?
Nothing much. I am good.
Long day, right? Long day.
Tired, yes.
Yeah, it's been a long day. But we here.
It's been a long month.
It's been a long month, but we here, family.
We're like halfway through.
Oh my gosh. So what's going on, family? We are so excited to be here with you guys. We appreciate you again.
Yes.
I am AP. This is my wife Toya. If this is the first time you guys have tuned in to our podcast, we appreciate you guys checking us out. Hello to all of our Spotify family. Hello to all of our Apple Podcast people. YouTube, what's going on? And IG family, Facebook, all that good stuff. Yeah. What's going on, y'all?
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We are excited to continue some of this topic that we had. We kind of started this topic a little while ago. Did
we? I feel like this is a fresh, new, exciting topic.
Well, it is. No, it is. But we started a little bit of. We kind of gave a tease to it when we did our podcast on, was it relationship goals 101 or relationship something?
Relationship killers.
There you go. Relationship killers 101. Where we started talking about things that kill relationships. So one of the things was communication, and we wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit more today.
Yes.
On how important it is to communicate. So we actually called this podcast "Can We Talk?" And
Can we talk? Oh,
yeah.
I'm singing again.
And the reason why we even named it "Can We Talk" because that's how most conversations started in relationships, right? Either the wife or the husband go, "Babe, you know what? We need to talk. Can we talk about something?" And that's when the men are like, "Damn it!" Like that's
other words.
Or other words.
You've used other words in the past.
In my non-holy days, I use 4-letter words, but I'm a saved man now. I don't use those words at all.
Sure.
Now when you say
Last
"Can we talk?"
time I said "Can we talk?" What you say?
I ain't say nothing. I was like, all right, let's do this thing. You know what I mean? Ain't scared of no conversation around here.
Never. Never happens.
Yeah, it never happens. Because the first thing you think about is, what the heck did I do wrong? But, yeah. So we're going to go right into communication. But, Bae, how you been lately? I know it's been a long week.
I'm good. Long week, but I'm good. God's good. I'm breathing healthy.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, God is good. We celebrated Mother's Day, which is amazing.
Oh, yes.
Thank you guys. How was your Mother's Day?
It was a good Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You loved on me really well. I mean, you always love on me well, but I wasn't feeling too well, so I was stuck in the bed for most of Mother's Day, which kind of sucks. But got breakfast in bed by my kids. My sister was like, "How old are your kids that they're making you breakfast and serving it to you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting old." So breakfast in bed. I got lunch in bed also. Was good. I got pampered. I got flowers and cards and all the arts and crafts from the kids'
From the kids in school. Those are always a doozy because you never know what you're
my name wrong. What's up with that? I told my coworker about that. I was like, you know, my kids don't know how to spell my name. And she was like, I hope that's the baby.
Because your
like,
mom, that's why you ain't Latoya to them.
Right, and that's what they said to me. I'm like, how do you not know how to spell Latoya? I'm like, that's my name. And they're like, because we call you mom. You're mom.
Exactly, your
they're
mom.
Like, M-O-M, mom.
Yeah, don't know Latoya.
But I'm always like, you should know your parents' real names, you know, in case of emergencies or something. You can't be like, call mom. Like, you gotta know my first name, my last name.
Word.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah, but Mother's Day was good, right?
Mother's Day was good. I hope our listeners had a good Mother's Day. I know it's also a very sad day.
For some,
for a lot of people who have lost their moms, but.
Yeah. And that's one thing I did notice that too. Like some people that I know that lost their parents. It was a tough day. I even saw comedian Ricky Smiley. He put on his Instagram like
people really hate Mother's Day.
Like, he put on. I think he put on his Instagram like, can y'all celebrate in silence or something like that. He said something like that, and people kind of started attacking him a little bit. But I understood where he's coming from. You know what I mean? He lost his mom, and so you know,
it's tough.
It's a tough holiday, so I get it.
Yeah.
But you know, we pray everybody had a great day, and hopefully that you guys loved on your on your wives, your moms, and all that good stuff, and because
all the women in your life,
all the women that
have
actually
poured into you, sowed into your life.
Man, yeah, it's important. So salute to you guys. I don't think we have too many hot topics. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. You know, it's a police shooting in Houston that's crazy, but I don't want to even get into that stuff because it'll take me on a whole nother topic, and so I just don't want to get into that. But it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get right into this topic on communication.
Yeah, we're gonna continue praying. I think everyone needs prayer. Law enforcement needs prayer. Families, the victim.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. And also something that happened in the news recently was the Alabama made abortion illegal in Alabama. Everyone's all up in arms about that one too. But I digress because this podcast will go a whole nother way, and maybe one day we will do just.
What we communicating about?
I know,
today?
right? Well, you know what? But one day we will do a whole bunch of social issues on the podcast and just really start to get some feedback from people because I know people are really frustrated with stuff. So, but that's for another podcast, and we're gonna keep it light today. We're gonna talk about communication, and communication is the most essential part of any relationship. Oh wait, before I even start that, I'm gonna get a disclaimer. This is what we say. We are in no way counselors or all this other. We're not perfect. We never claim to be perfect people. We never claim to be a perfect couple. But we decided that together in our imperfections, we can still we can still be great, right? We can still have a great marriage, have a great friendship, all other stuff. So we're telling you what worked for us, and we're telling you the things, the steps, and the keys that we used as a couple to kind of get ahead in our marriage. So we're just trying to spread the wisdom and spread the love, and obviously we're definitely not saying we know it all. We just let you know what worked for us. So hopefully our stuff can work for you. You know what I mean? So just disclaimer. We love y'all.
Though you do think that you are the grammar police.
I'm a guru around here.
You think you're
the grammar police. I'm the
grammar police. You think you're like, everything about Instagram and all the logistics of it.
Shout out to our Instagram family, man. Our Instagram family is dope. All right, because you guys are the most interactive. You guys are the most.
Yes.
You DM us all the time, man.
And if you get a DM from me and it's written in a very formal way, because my husband says I answer back DMs like I'm writing a formal letter. Like
my wife answers.
That's how I write.
This is how you can tell if I wrote the DM back or if my wife wrote the DM back. My DMs be like, "What's up, bro? What's up, sis? How's everything going? Blah blah blah. I understand that. Boom 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 boom." My wife be like, "Dear Sally, thank you for your inquiry to AP and Toya podcast. We are so looking forward to helping you with your issue. If there's any other things we can help you out with, please let us know. Sincerely, the management." That's how you know that's my wife talking. All right.
I just say dear is like such
dear John Sally, dear Susie Bay.
The crazy thing is though, I responded to mad DMs like that. Like,
I know.
Why haven't you said something before?
Because I'm like, what are you writing a column? Like the person was like, hey, I need help with this. You're like, hello, citizen.
No, that's just the way I talk.
How can I help you, citizen?
Being helpful. Like,
Me, I'm like, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. She like, hello, citizen. I wish I could do
I just said
British
hi.
accent.
I say dear, like, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate people taking
My
time
dearest
out
John.
to reach out to us to, like, even ask for prayer. Like, I appreciate, like, everyone. Every listen, everything. That's just my way of saying, like, aw, thank you. Like, thank you for trusting me with your information.
No, that's real talk though, because we really do appreciate.
There,
we appreciate everybody that takes time out to like, comment, all that good stuff. We really do appreciate it. All right, so before we can keep talking, let's just go.
Because you got that preacher in you.
Yeah, and I will keep talking. And sometimes we just get talking and start rolling on stuff. But it's been a week, so we didn't see y'all. You know what I mean? So we missed y'all.
Yes.
But anyway,
so
communication. All right, so
this is gonna be a crazy podcast because we're giving tips, but like. I think
we still working on some of the stuff ourselves.
we had some major communication issues right now. Let's keep it real.
So if nobody listens to this podcast, it's at least gonna help us.
Yeah,
you know what
this
I mean?
podcast is I think we're doing this for us.
Okay. Well, if y'all get something out of this, cool. If not, we're just gonna watch this back ourselves
this really gonna speak to our own selves. All right. So point number one.
Point number one. All right. Appreciate the differences. Right. Appreciate your differences. Understand.
No, I don't want that to be point number one.
What you want to do?
I want point number one because this is what I struggle with, and I think.
Let's talk about it.
Point number one is picking the most appropriate time to discuss and to communicate with their spouse.
Okay.
Because I struggle with this. So I'm a morning person. I'm like up, ready to go, ready to handle the day.
Yeah.
And what's going on with my mic?
You're just a little too close to it.
Oh, and then you're, on the other hand, you're like, so I want to talk in the morning, early in the morning, and you're like dead to the world early in the morning, no matter how much hours of sleep, no matter what time you went to bed, you're like, it's way too early to talk. And you're like, want to talk to me after I've just got off of work, working 13 hours, you're like, telling me everything. I talked to this person. I talked to that person. This is happening. This is going on with the podcast. Let's talk about this.
God forbid I want to talk
about the kid. Like, you want to pour tell me all of that when I just got off of work. Like, I can't process mentally anything else.
God forbid. God forbid I want to talk to the person that I want to just see the most of my life.
So I think it's important, and we're working on this, that you choose like the right time to communicate with your spouse. Like, if you know your spouse is going through something, and I do this all the time. Like, sometimes you're going through stuff, you're working through your own stuff, and I'm like, hey, the bills, the kids,
like today,
who's doing this, who's doing that.
Let me tell you something. I was having a great day today. A great day today. The day was lovely. I had a great day today. And my wife comes in the car. I'm like, what's up, babe? Oh, you bought you a little something from Starbucks. Boom, 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 boom. Before she could even sit down in the Starbucks, could even get some conversation on it to get, she was like, you spent money today. And then she was like, you can't swipe this card. And can you believe my day was like, boom, 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 boom. Well, I mean, like, I went from a 10 to, like, down to a 3. And I'm just sitting there like,
I was having a great day.
I was having an amazing day. Day was downright refreshing. And this woman came in the car, and my day was like,
yeah, I'm sorry. And I felt it going that way, too. I was like, because while I was talking, I was like, probably not a good time to work through budgeting and why you spent money that you shouldn't have spent on stuff. So picking the right time, appropriate time for both of you guys. Maybe set aside a time. Sometimes it works best when we're like, okay, you get home at this time, or on our off days or something. Yeah. We'll be like, okay, well, we'll take an hour or two to discuss bills or kids or life or whatever plans or, visions or goals or whatever we have. Like, set aside a time that you guys can both commit to just, I guess, discussing that topic.
Yeah, and whatever the topic is, you do want to set time aside for it. Every discussion obviously isn't a big sit down. Let's meet at the round table and let's talk about all this other stuff.
Even though I like that. That's me.
What?
I'm like, let's sit down. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Turn off your phone. Turn off your TV. Shut it down. I need your full attention. Which is, we struggle on that. Because you want to have the TV going. You want to have the radio in the background. You want to have all this extra stuff. And you're looking at your phone. That drives me crazy.
I get that. Because when the shoe's on the other foot, I totally get it.
Because if I look at my phone, if I get a text when you're telling me something that you're real passionate about, it's like, who are you talking to? Come on, let's focus. But on the other end, you're all in your phone, texting and doing all stuff. Oh, I gotta make a post. I'm like, why you gotta do that right now? Right now, we're trying to talk about something.
All right. So, I get it. All right. So
on and on. I could go on and on about this.
Yeah, we can talk about this thing. Ain't not, they family, so they done already probably seen us half and argue on this daggone thing. Look, we ain't coming to y'all professional like, hey, y'all, we are podcast journalists. Nah, man, we just AP and Toya and we talk. We talking to each other.
Journalists? Did you just make that up?
Not by your date, but
yeah,
we just
so
talking.
picking,
we can keep it real with y'all.
Yeah, so
but,
picking a good, finding the best, what do we say? Finding the best way and finding the best time to communicate to your spouse. Right. You want to talk about finding the best way or communicating?
And like you said, the best time is when, especially when it's things that really affect the household or affect the marriage, affect the kids, stuff like that. That's when it's like, okay, let's set everything aside and let's really come together and let's see how we attack this thing together. Because that goes with easy conversations and that goes with difficult conversations. You need to set time aside to have that one-on-one time to really focus on, okay, how can we solve these issues that are going on, and that kind of leads to the next point that I want to make. The one I want to do first is addressing things as they happen and not letting them build up.
Oh boy!
I want to address that one.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? I want to address that one. Addressing things as they happen, and then not letting them build up. So, I'm going to be transparent for a minute. I am the worst at this. I thought
she was about to say I'm the worst at this.
No, I ain't gonna throw you on the table. I ain't gonna throw you on the table.
Like...
Yeah, I ain't gonna throw you on the table. Yeah, eyebrows looking nice too. My wife got y'all got to follow us on YouTube if y'all just listen to the podcast. But she got a nice little.
It's time for me to do my eyebrows.
Well, you got a nice little hairdo. You know what I mean? You got her hair straightened out and stuff. She's looking delicious. And man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the thing.
Yeah, girl.
You're trying real hard for that fourth baby, and I'm not having it.
Yeah, girl. Look at my eyes get slack.
Can we talk about
oh, all right. Anyway,
I was gonna say something else.
Nah, yeah. Don't go off topic, man, because we're gonna go off topic.
I was gonna say, can we talk about vasectomies?
What? Anyway,
that's the hot topic I want to talk about.
Nah, you too late. You should have said that before we talked about it.
Trying to have another baby. That's what I want to talk about.
All right. We're going to do that with a short video for that one. Or maybe an IGTV for that one. But, yeah. So, addressing things as they happen and not letting them build up. I'm the worst at this stuff because I will let stuff really, really fester. And
really?
I do because
I thought I was me.
Well, I think we both are bad at this.
I'm a queen at that.
Yeah, we let stuff build up, and then we don't have That's one thing I do love about us. We really don't have knockdown, drag out fights. We may disagree and stuff like that, but we don't go crazy yelling, top of our lungs, going nuts, throwing stuff. Like that's just not in our nature. It's not in my nature, and then my wife is not. That's not her nature either. Yeah,
I hate fighting. Yeah. I'm like, we fight, and I'm like talking to you 2 seconds later. I'm like, hey, can you pass me that remote? Can you do this? You want to snuggle?
And you're like, you want that remote, huh?
Did we just argue? Like, we like argue, and then we're like talking to each other.
Talking to each other again. Yeah, we can't be mad at each other. We really can't. We're really bad at that. But
which is a good thing and a bad thing, because we don't give ourselves enough time to just vent and get it off. Yeah. Like,
but the thing about addressing things is it makes it a lot easier. It lightens the blow when you can kind of discuss things as they happen, because when you let stuff build up, when the one thing you wound up arguing about is the thing you wasn't even mad about. Like, you argue about something, it could be something, the smallest thing, and then you arguing about something. Well, 5 months ago you said my mother was bald headed. Or something like that, you be like,
your examples are mad random.
I've
never said that, by the way.
I didn't say that. Mama-in-law, I never said that about you. I'm just saying that, sometimes we let...
I've never said that about your mom. I just want to put that out there.
And I ain't never said about your mother.
Okay. Your examples are so random.
What I'm saying is the smallest things. Yeah, don't let things build up, because next thing you know, the smallest thing can tip over that. You know what I mean? That water jar. You know what I mean? So that vase, because you just start pouring water into the next thing you know, it gets overflowed, and the next thing you know, boom, you're exploding right there. So
once again, another weird analogy, but okay.
Yes, if you have a vase and you keep pouring water into it, after a while it's going to overflow. Okay. What's the problem?
So weird to me.
God, somebody get 2 degrees and 2 college degrees, they think they know something. You don't know nothing. You don't know a daggone thing.
Last week I said your mother was bald head. Like, that's like such a weird analogy. But so don't let things build up.
Yeah.
But also I feel like you have to choose, like, in a marriage.
Choose your battles.
Like, you have to choose your battles. Like my mom said.
Talk on that.
Choose your battles, because sometimes I mean, every little thing. Like today when I got in the car, so we're on the budget. We're trying to save money. I'm always on a budget. Like
It's a good thing.
I'm very frugal. But anyway, so today it wasn't the best time to be like, well, you spent $10 here and you got yourself food here and you ate out for breakfast and lunch and like, why didn't you make yourself food at home? Like, it was just, you were exhausted. I was exhausted. Like, I had a long day. It was just like, I was tired tired of hearing myself talk. So I feel like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you have to choose your battles too. Some things
some things can wait, and some things are just not even worth addressing sometimes. You know what I mean? Like some things you just, it's like, do I really want to make this an issue? You know what I mean? Like, is this really an issue? Now obviously, if things continue,
you'll be fighting over everything.
Over every little thing.
Everything, it's going to be an argument.
Now that's something I agree with is, if something happens once or twice, you're like, okay. If it happens again, I'm going to address it. The one thing you can't do is let things keep happening over and over and over and over and over and never address them. Yeah. Like that's the bad example of building things up, because now you created a pattern and you created a bad habit, and that could be detrimental to your marriage, to your finances, to your whatever it is. You create a bad habit that we didn't address in the beginning, and now next thing you know, it's a full-blown issue. Yeah. So
and I think I did that a lot, like in the earlier years of our marriage. Like I avoided a lot of things. I suppressed a lot of things because I just wanted to avoid conflict. Like you're in that stage where you just want things to be okay, and you want to have this kind of marriage. You don't want to, like I suppressed a lot of things, and I've learned as the years went on, like, you have to address things if things bother you, because they're going to come up. Like, because when I did get angry, it was just like, I'm like, well, you did this 2 weeks ago, and you did this last month, and then 3 months ago you did that.
My mom was bald-headed.
Could you stop with that thing? Anyway, so I'm like, you said this, you said that, you said this, and I like literally have a mental record of 2 weeks ago, months ago.
Oh, but that's women in general, though. Y'all women like elephants, man. Women are like elephants, man. Y'all remember everything. Keep doing
the same old stuff.
Y'all remember everything. Y'all remember too much, man.
Yes, I remember everything. I'm like, at 1 month ago at 1:55, you said.
Women remember everything, man. But
yes, so that's our second point. What's our third point?
Third point, appreciate the differences. Understanding how your spouse thinks. Now you had an interesting take on this one, so I'll let you start this one and I'll finish it up. So what do you think about appreciate the differences?
So I learned a while ago from you. Thank you.
Still teaching.
For telling me this. So one time we were not communicating on so many issues that was going on. And then I was just like, why haven't you done this? Why haven't you said this? Like, why haven't we talked about it? Like, it's there. It's like, I'm seeing it happening. Like, are you not realizing? And you're just like, I don't think the way you think. Like, I don't function the way you function. Like, I'm not walking around thinking about all this stuff. Like we think differently. We communicate differently. Like, things that you're thinking about, I'm not thinking about, and vice versa. Like, we're just different. We're different people. And I had to realize, because I would make up this story in my head and be like, well, I'm thinking this, so you should be thinking this, and I'm saying this, and you should be also thinking about and saying the same things. And so I had to realize, like, you're a different person. You think differently. You speak differently. Right. We're living together and we're sharing our lives together, but at the same time, like, appreciate our differences, because you're not thinking and communicating the same way I am.
Exactly. And that, but actually that can be used as a strength as well, because I said the word assume, right? And so that's one of the most dangerous words you can do in a marriage.
You about to hit them with the don't.
What? No. No, I'm Christian. I don't use words like that. Okay.
Because you might be. My mama said.
No.
If you was you.
No. What I'm saying is, that girl, you got me on my point. Oh no, what I'm saying is, assume is the most dangerous word, because that's where the biggest miscommunication is. Because if you're assuming that I'm going to do something and my mind is not even there, and then you get your feelings hurt or you get upset because you feel like, well, you should have did this because I thought you were going to do it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not you. So even though it was probably implied that you thought it should be done, I didn't think about that because we're just two different things, two different people. But it's a positive thing because now I'm thinking to myself, okay, my wife probably said this once. So I might want to make sure that these things are done, or I might want to make sure that if my wife says a clue like, hey, the check engine light is on. That's her way of saying. That's her way of saying. I need you to check the car and see what's wrong with the check engine. Instead of her saying,
hey, be your own check engine light. How about check your own check engine light?
Hey, you can ask the fellas. If you check engine light on, you like, look, I'm good. Car ain't smoking. I'm good. Like let's keep going. I know people ride around with check engine lights on for like 10 years.
This ain't even my check. Check your own check engine light.
Well, but what I'm saying is you assuming what your partner's thinking. Instead of just flat out telling them, which is probably the best thing to do. Assuming they know what you're thinking is the wrong way to do it, because when the stuff doesn't get done, then you look at your spouse like, "What's wrong with you?" And the spouse is like, usually the man's like, "What? We looking stupid." You know what I mean? So, hey, I mean, men make some of the dumbest faces sometimes. Like, what? What I do?
Speak for yourself.
I think all men we make dumb faces. Ooh. I thought the kids already washed up. I thought you said this.
Oh, the worst is when you're like, oh, dinner? Oh.
You wanted dinner?
I thought they ate dinner. I'm like, well, did you eat dinner? Oh, dinner. Like, you can't remember. Did you eat dinner? Did the kids eat dinner? Did anybody have dinner? Like, nobody thought about dinner.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, anyway.
She assumed I was going to cook dinner. You assumed wrong. But yeah, so assuming is could be one of the more deadly things in a marriage, because when you assume stuff, you make out of you and me. You fill in the blanks of your non-Christians.
I knew you was gonna say
your
that.
Little non-Christian selves.
I knew you wanted to say that.
All right, what you got over there, babe?
My third point is this 3. I lost
four.
count.
We're on 4 now.
Fourth point: listen without being defensive.
Mm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Listen without being defensive. I'm going to start on that one. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I hear you talking, God.
Is it because you are very defensive?
I hear you talking, Father.
Receive it. Receive it.
Father, I hear you.
Receive it.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
Let him download.
I'm trying to download what God is telling me. You talking too much right now. Let me and my Father talking. God, should I be honest, God? Yeah. Baby Jesus, should I really let this girl know what she's all about? Or should I just play it safe on this podcast?
Don't play it safe for anybody.
Baby
You're helping
Jesus?
yourself or me.
Baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Manger Jesus.
Come on, man. Talk.
Little onesie Jesus.
Nobody got time for all of this.
Little baby soft Jordans that you have on.
Baby Jesus wearing Jordans now?
You know when little kids, little hood kids come home, they be like 1 month old, they got soft Jordans on. They be having like Nike outfits on.
My baby had regular shoes.
They got like soft Tims, soft Tims on. All right. But anyway,
that's so random.
But you said listening
without being defensive.
Without being defensive.
Before you went into all that baby Jesus.
All right, listen without being defensive. All right. This is a tough one for everybody. I'm putting everybody out there, not just me or her. Or her.
No, you're trying to get away from yourself. Talk about yourself.
Listening without being defensive. Okay, so when you communicate with your spouse, you need to listen without being defensive, guys. All right? You gotta listen.
I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking dead at you to see what you about to say.
I ain't about to say nothing, man.
Because defensive is your first name.
It is. All right, listen. So when my wife and I are talking about things, right? The first thing people tend to do is not really listen to what is going on. They like to listen with the intent of, oh, I'm about to get her back for saying this because she said this. So you already think about what your defense is, right? You already getting your argument lined up like, oh, I'm about to kill her with this one, dude. I'm about to kill her. So so we have to listen to what our spouses are saying and not really worry about being right all the time. Because when we try to be right all the time, we miss everything in the middle. We miss the reason why they're upset. We miss everything else in translation. Everything gets lost. And so the easiest thing to do is to try. Let me rephrase that. It's not the easiest thing to do because sometimes you just want to be like, yo, you about to get these bars. Like, you really about to get it. And the smart thing to do.
That's what you be thinking?
I be thinking about you about to get these bars when you get done with your argument. You about to get these bars, and I'm about to, it's about to be Jay-Z in here. You about to get these bars, all right? So you about to get these rap lyrics for those that don't know what bars is.
Rapping because you seeing Jay-Z was screaming like a girl.
You about to get these bars in a minute.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, we got to make sure we listen to our spouses. We have to listen because if we don't listen, we cannot receive anything that's going on. The argument will continue to fester, will continue to overlap time because we're just not ready to receive anything. And the easiest thing to do is to listen to each other and actually try and come to some type of resolution, right?
Mm-hmm. Easier said than done.
It is. You're right about that.
Easier said than done.
You're so right about that.
Because if you come at me with a certain thing and I'm just like already mad about it, I'm like, say what you gotta say, or I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Yo, that guy needs to come out. That guy needs to come out. That
my
sister,
defense is like, woof. Like,
she got her arms folded. She ain't hear nothing you saying. Her little eyebrow go up like she the Rock or something like that. Like, I think it just happened just now. Yeah, her little eyebrow go up and she like, that's how I know. Oh, she ain't listening. She got to come back already. So she,
Yeah. Ooh, finish what you saying, cause
you about to get these bars.
You about to get these bars. I like that. I might say that in an argument now. Like, go ahead, finish what you saying, bitch. You about to get these bars.
That sounded corny from you. I say it better. Finish what you saying, my dude, cause you about to get these bars. See that?
You better not say that to me in an argument. I'm
bro, finish what you saying, bro, and then you gonna get these bars.
I can't. Okay. Next comment.
Bro.
I don't know what you have in that food that you bought without budget money. You must have had some MSG or something in it because you tripping. All right. What else?
But you didn't even finish it, though. Listening is the most important thing. And this is stuff you guys already know, but we're just reiterating these things because you got to listen. Because if not, then nothing gets accomplished. Y'all just standing there, y'all arguing, y'all fussing, y'all fighting for no damn reason.
Sometimes I feel like we just need to get it out there and just have a good old-fashioned argument and just get it out there.
Yeah, I don't know how people are like, I never argue with my spouse. I'm like, really, dude? Like, that's whack. It's impossible to never argue with your spouse.
Maybe some people have really good, communication.
Yeah, maybe they are liars.
They get each other.
Or
maybe they have that little eye thing. You give your kids the eye, just with the eye, they know, stop talking, sit down.
I'm a grown man.
Maybe they give each other, no, I'm not saying I give it to, both of us, we'll give each other the eye, ooh, you done messed up, and then that's it. No words are said. You go to your corner, I go to my corner. That was a good thing they told us in counseling.
What?
Don't talk about it when we're heated and mad because you're going to say something that you can't take back.
That's a good one.
So, calm down. Go, you said, you always say, don't drive, angry or whatever. We try not to leave the house driving when we're angry.
Or don't go to bed mad.
I used to get mad and be like, I got to take a drive. But I've learned to just, go to a corner, go to the room, go to somewhere quiet, calm down.
And then come back.
Then talk about it after. Yeah. Because, ooh, you be making me want to say some non-Christian words.
Little me?
be mad.
Little old me.
Yo, I say a lot of curse words. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do.
So I know you do, you little heathen.
Sometimes I do. I'll be like,
little heathen.
Okay. Any other? Be intentional about spending time together, talking. We talked about that, making time out to
actually have a conversation.
These are just some tips. Use more I statements and less you statements. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things are actually a lot of stuff that we talk about is actually conflict resolution stuff we talked about because I'm thinking about our points right now. Most of this stuff has to actually do with some with conflict resolution. We talked about. Appreciate the differences, understanding how your spouse thinks. Well, I guess not. Never mind.
Yeah, I think so.
All these can be used in
communication,
conflict, resolving conflict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some other things: respectful listening. We talked about, being intentional about listening, making eye contact while you're talking to your spouse.
Yeah.
Which is a lost art now, because everybody's like looking
in their
at their
phones
phone
or,
when they're talking to them. I hate that.
Truth.
Keep the television off. I'm happy we talked about this. Take note for yourself. It says, write your spouse a note that reinforces your message. Ain't nobody got time for all of that.
How you gonna shut down
the
suggestions that people put?
I should. Write your spouse a note that reinforces your message. Like, I'm mad at you. Like, anybody got time to write no note? Like, you about to get these bars. Like, I'm about to tell you what I think.
You gonna write me a DM like, dearest Aaron.
Dearest Aaron, if you don't get your mother... Like, that's what that's gonna say.
Oh, my God.
Anybody got time to write? I mean, I'm sorry. Write your spouse a note that reinforces your message. If you're a writer... and you want to express your feelings through writing, that's just not me.
Go for it.
I need to tell you, if I'm mad, you about to get these bars, like you said. Ain't nobody got time to write no notes.
Listen, bro, you about to get these bars, bro.
But yes.
Yeah, so we
write
just,
your spouse a notes. So maybe we'll try that. We'll try working on that.
Yeah, next time she make me mad, I'm going to write a note and I'm going to post it on our Instagram so you guys can see my note that I write.
No, write me a note on paper so I can rip it up right in front of you. You write me a note and I'm mad, I'm ripping that thing up. And I'm like, now say what you got to say.
I'm like, first of all, bro, you about to get these.
Choose to be genuinely interested in what your spouse has to say.
How does that work?
I think we talked about that. Choose to be genuinely interested. Like, turn your phone off, turn the TV off, and really listen to me.
You try and tell me something that I did wrong, and I'm going to be genuinely interested. Tell me.
Aaron?
Yes?
You know you shouldn't have had no daggone Chinese food today with all that MSG and all that stuff, spending our budget money. Say it nicer.
Bro?
Just, no.
Bro.
I gotta reel it in. I gotta say it nicely.
Bro.
Baby.
Bro.
I'm concerned about your eating habits. And you shouldn't have had Chinese food.
Bro.
As an option for lunch, you should have chosen something healthier.
Bro.
And how do you respond? Genuinely respond.
Bro.
Because you were not supposed to eat out today. You were supposed to take your lunch. And how do you respond? My dearest honey.
Bro.
First of all, I'm not a bro. I'm like, what are you...
You didn't even answer me, though.
I'm sorry, I'm...
Yo... See, y'all see this little meek...
So we're supposed to be genuine.
No. You see this meek little, innocent looking little cute face right here, and she's supposed to be so... Oh, I can't believe people say all the time on the podcast, I can't believe your wife is... I didn't think Toya could talk. She's so meek and so quiet. Oh my gosh. But I'm like, Toya who? Toya, this Toya?
I'm trying to communicate. I'm reeling it back in. They said be genuine. So I'm going to talk to you like, baby, you shouldn't have had Chinese food for lunch. It's not a healthy option. And how do you respond?
Bro.
Okay, baby, I shouldn't have had Chinese food. You're right. It's not a healthy option.
Let me do it. Say it one more time.
Baby, you shouldn't have had Chinese. I'm concerned about your eating habits.
Oh, baby.
We've talked about this. You've committed to eating healthier.
Oh, my gosh. That's so nice of you.
So you shouldn't have had Chinese food. Maybe next time choose a healthier option. Or if you're going to order Chinese food, maybe order something else other than chicken wings and fried rice.
Oh, babe. Wow. I am so happy that you're concerned with my well-being.
Yes.
How can I say this? I don't give a damn.
You mother. Okay. Alright.
I don't give a damn.
No, you're supposed to be giving a good example.
No,
What's
you're
your
right.
problem?
Baby, you know, I'm sorry.
If you
I'm so
wrote
sorry.
that a no, I would have ripped it up, yo. Alright, so
man.
genuinely respond.
Baby, I'm so sorry. You know what? You're so right. I should not have done that. I should have probably gotten something a lot more healthier. Maybe some couscous or some what do you call that? Those hard disc things downstairs. Or rice cakes. I should have got rice cakes that taste like concrete. Maybe I should have did
If you put
that.
peanut butter on it, it's just perfect.
I could put peanut butter on this wall right here, and it will still taste like a wall. And so, therefore, if you eat a rice cake with peanut butter on it, guess what? It still tastes like rice cake cement
You like
plaster.
rice cakes. You like the rice cakes that I bought.
I like your rice cakes. Hello.
Then they don't need peanut butter. Whoa. All right. Okay. How many minutes are we? You're being silly.
They don't need peanut butter.
I don't know. I'm not sure why you said that. Can you cut that out? Because I have a feeling you're gonna post that.
Nah, man.
You've been posting all of my singing, all my outtakes. You posting
Your rice cakes got jelly in them already, so it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Jelly?
Yeah, I don't think it bad for this jelly.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, I gotta explain
I have to
everything to you,
think that about it.
bro. You better get my jokes. All right.
Okay, be specific when you're, specific.
I ain't just gonna jump back into the communication thing when you done went all off track.
Come on, man. You're talking about rice cakes.
All right, listen,
I'm trying
man.
to get you to eat healthier, and you're not committing.
I'm on
Is
it, boo.
commitment one of these podcast issues? Because commitment.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole nother.
You're not committing to your. Okay.
Yeah. All right, yo, we're gonna summarize this thing up, man. Communication, how to communicate with your spouse. These are some of the things. Appreciate the differences. Understanding how your spouse thinks. Right? We already said that. Making sure that you guys not assume what each other's thinking, but make sure that you guys say exactly what you mean and not assume what the other person's thinking. Number 2, find the best way and time to communicate to your spouse. Not when they just get in the car, not when they're busy doing all this other stuff. Find time when you guys can actually sit down and converse about some things that are happening.
Yeah, maybe schedule a time.
Yeah, schedule a time where you,
Monday at this time, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, treat it like a business.
From that time to that time, that's what you talk about, and then after that,
that's it. Leave it alone. Right. Number 3, addressing things as they happen, not letting things build up. We addressed this already. Don't let things build up in your marriage. If things come to the forefront, you guys have to address them, because if not, they lay dormant, and the next thing you know, there's a surprise. They're there, and they're there to wreak havoc on your relationship. So those are the things, all right, y'all. We had a couple more things in there. Of course, we like to have fun with it. We get off track sometimes. We love each other, so we conversing right now.
Yes.
These things like this actually keep us communicating, because we love spending time with each other. So,
and you like my rice cakes?
I love your rice cakes, girl. You got double patty rice cakes.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
I want to say one more thing.
What?
Spending time together. I think that's a big thing too. If you find that your communication with your spouse is not where you want it to be, or you're having a difficult time communicating with each other, I think spending time, like just a date night or making time out to spend time to reconnect with each other, I feel like that helps the communication. Because if you're not spending time together, it's so easy to get caught up in what is going on in the outside world that you don't communicate well. Awesome. I know, especially for us, like if we don't spend that time together,
we know something's off.
Our communication's off. It's hard for us to even talk about anything because we're not spending that time together.
Facts. All right, y'all. My wife said it all. Do we have anything to give away this week, boo?
No, why are you trying to? We on the budget.
I'm just asking. All right,
you spent it on Chinese food.
I tried, y'all. If y'all wanted, I tried to give y'all something. My wife said no.
You spent the money on Chinese food.
Anyway,
you broke the budget and went and ate all that MSG.
But you definitely came in the car with something from Starbucks.
Give away some of that MSG that you gave away.
You came in the car with something from Starbucks.
Give away that MSG that you
came
had.
in the car with something, bro. All right, anyway.
You're about to get these bars.
About to get these bars. All right, so Thank y'all for checking us out, y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in to AP and Toya podcast. We love you guys so much. Make sure you guys head over to YouTube, subscribe to that channel,
And hit the little bell.
Hit the bell, turn on those post notifications. Make sure you go to Instagram, AP Toya Podcast on Instagram. Please follow that page. Yes. We love to hear from you guys. Make sure you go to our Facebook page.
And I will respond to DMs.
Oh God! If he come in the King's English, you know who responded to the DM.
Don't be mad because my English is...
Anyway, college girl. Also, Facebook, AP Toya Podcast on Facebook. Facebook, man, we want to hear more from y'all, man. Y'all let Instagram say all the stuff. Y'all gotta step it up, Facebook. You can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, AP Toya Podcast. You can find it on Spotify, AP Toya Podcast, guys. And you can find it on SoundCloud, AP Toya Podcast, guys. All right, so make sure you guys go to different places. Check us out, y'all. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank y'all. We love y'all. We got some great things coming up.
We have some great things. That's what I want to talk about. Fun stuff.
We have some great things coming up. We have some devotionals coming up. We have some things you guys can...
love challenges.
We have some love challenges for spouses, for people in relationships.
Yeah.
We have some prayer challenges. You guys got to make sure you stay in tune with us on our social media stuff because we have some really cool things coming up. So stay tuned. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. We got some great things coming down, some great ideas. So you guys make sure you tune in, stay locked in, and make sure y'all just check us out, all right?
Yes.
We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, baby. Did I forget anything?
Yes. Thanks for tuning in. No.
All right. Anything else you got to say?
No.
All right, y'all. You want to sing something?
Sing?
I'm asking.
No, people got me making fun of my singing. Stop.
If you want to hear us sing, just go to the previous podcast. All right, y'all. We love y'all. See you, family.
Folks of old reminded me of a poem. Don't chase the goal with treasure at home.